Okay, good morning, everyone.
Morning, sir.
Okay, so now we'll start, guys. So, good morning. So, my name is Samir, and I'll be your faculty for this. And when it comes to my experience, see, I have around 10 years of experience in IT, and since the past 3 years, I'm working with the cloud technologies. Okay, and that's it about my profile. And let's start now. Yeah, guys. Okay, so let's start. So here, so okay, everyone. So now let us start with the. Now, guys, let us see first of all, what is Azure data engineering? What is Azure data engineering? Okay. So, guys, what is Azure data engineering? Okay. So, whereas Azure is nothing but it is a name given for the product by the company called Microsoft, by a company called what? Microsoft. And then we have what is that? Data is nothing but what? Information. Okay, that is nothing but what? Information. So whereas here we have what is that? Azure data, that is nothing but a Microsoft company providing, that is nothing but information. And Azure data engineering, that is application of engineering on the data. So whereas on this, or we can say within this Azure data engineering, we have the following services. So we can say that Azure data engineering is a group of multiple services. Okay, Azure data engineering is a that is nothing but it provides the group of multiple services provided by the Microsoft. Provided by the Microsoft. Whereas, guys, whereas this Azure data engineering provides the following. What is that we have it? The first service, guys, this is here we'll have service. Here we don't say it as a product. Okay, or here we don't say it as the here we don't say it as the product, and here we don't say it as okay, that is a software. Okay, so here it is called as what? Service. The first service we have within this Azure data engineering is ADF, which stands for what? Yes, guys, which stands for what? Azure data engineering, which stands for what? Azure data engineering. Whereas apart from this ADF, we also have what is that? We also have the service in this, which is called as what? ADB, which stands for Azure Databricks. And apart from this Azure Databricks, we also have the service called, okay, that is Azure Synapse. Azure Synapse. Whereas, okay, I'll explain one after the other, don't worry. So Azure Synapse. And apart from this, we have many more services. Okay, some of the highlighted services I will tell you. Okay, Azure Synapse. Then we have what's that? Azure ML, which stands for that is machine learning. And then afterwards, even we have Azure AI, which stands for what? Azure AI. Azure, what is it? AI. So Azure AI is nothing but what? Artificial intelligence. Azure artificial intelligence. Okay. So likewise, you have many services, everyone. Likewise, we have what is that? Many services, guys, provided under this Azure data engineering. Provided under this Azure data engineering. So now let us see what exactly this service does. So what is as ADF? So here we are here to see what is an ADF. So guys, let us start with this. So ADF, where as you know that ADF stands for what? Azure Data Engineering. What is it? Azure Data Engineering. Guys, you must and should interact with me. That's better. Okay. So what is it? Azure Data Engineering. So what is it? Data. Sorry. Under this Azure Data Engineering, we have what is it? ADF as a service. So ADF stands for what? Azure Data Factory. ADF stands for what? Azure Data Factory. So what is that? We have it Azure Data Factory. So now what is that Azure Data Factory? Yes, guys, Azure Data Factory is nothing but, okay, Azure Data Factory is nothing but it is a service. What is that? It is a service. It is a service provided by the, yes, guys, it is a service provided by the Microsoft. It is a service provided by the Microsoft. It is a service provided by the Microsoft to perform the job of ETL or else ELT. That's it. So everyone, are you able to hear my voice? Please tell me, guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you
Okay, so now we have what is that? These are the things we have it. So now, guys, let us see. First of all, before we go ahead, let us see what exactly the extraction, transformation, and loading is. Then we will move further. Okay, okay, guys. First of all, when it comes to this ETL, the ETL stands for extraction. Extraction, guys. The ETL stands for what? Extraction. And then you have a transformation. And then you have what's that? Loading. Extraction, transformation, and loading. What is that? Extraction, transformation, and loading. Whereas in this extraction, transformation, and loading, this is nothing but the ETL is nothing but, guys, the ETL is used, or we can say the ETL is a process or a technique, we can say, which is used to perform the data summarization. To perform what is that? Data summarization. To perform the data summarization. ETL. Whereas this is a, we can say some olden technique we have it, that is called as what? ETL. Nowadays, even we have a technique introduced apart from this, that is called as what? ELT. Where ELT stands for what? Same extraction, only the process has been changed here. Okay, what is it? The next one is called extraction. Then the next process comes here, what? Loading, not the transformation. The next process comes here, what? Loading. Extract and load first, then transform it later. So what is this transform? Transform it later. That means transformation, perform it later. Actually, what is transformation? Transformation is the actual process, guys. Transformation is the actual process where the data summarization is done. Where exactly the data summarization is done. Transformation is the actual process where the data summarization is done. So we have the same, both are same, ETL and ELT is same, but only the application part will change here. That's it. Okay, nothing else. So whereas these are the ETL. So what is ETL? Azure Data Factory is a service provided by Microsoft to perform the job of ETL, that is extraction, transformation, and loading. Whereas between the clouds and on-prem, between the clouds and on-prem, so we can say what is it? What do you mean on-prem? On-prem is nothing but on-premises. It stands for what? On-premises. Okay, guys, everyone. It stands for what? On-premises. It stands for what? On-premises. Yes, everyone. Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
On-premises. So whereas, so before we go ahead, guys, I would just wanted to, I wanted to know first of all from you guys, what is the difference you have between the clouds and the on-premise, or if you do you know it or not?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, need not hesitate, everyone. Just tell me what is the difference you have between clouds and on-premise. Any idea or not?
Yes, and on-premise, whatever the software is installed in your local system.
Yeah, that's fine. Really. And anyone else? Any other questions or any other opinions, please, guys? Okay, anyways, no problem. We will discuss it. So, guys, clouds and on-premises, these are the two different environments. So now let us try to understand these environments first. Okay, because if you understand this, then all the things you can understand. Okay, first of all, you have to make out the basic difference. What is the basic difference you have between the clouds and the on-premises? Clouds and what is it? On-premises. So clouds is nothing but, guys, basically, or what is an on-premises. So let us understand this with an example. Now, guys, everyone of us is using a mobile phone or not? Yes. Are you using the mobile phone or not? Please tell me,
Yes,
guys.
yes,
All of you are using the mobile phones. Am I right? So now, in your mobile phone, how many type of memories you have it? Can you tell me? My question is that when you use a mobile phone, how many type of memories you will have it? Please tell me.
Internal memory and SD card.
Yes, internal memory and SD card. So that means, can you see here? Can we say that here if you have, okay, your total memory is what is it? Internal memory and SD card memory. That is scan disk card memory. So let us say some 10 GB, or we can say some 16 GB, guys, some 16 GB. Everyone can what is that? Yes, RAM, that is internal memory, and that is SD memory. That's it. So now let us say it here. 16 GB is provided with every mobile phone. Suppose let us assume some 15 GB or 16 GB is provided with a mobile phone. Now it means that we can store the data up to 16 GB. We can store the data up to 16 GB in your mobile phone. Am I right? That is the only thing it means. Am I right, everyone? Yes. It means that we can use up to, yes, guys, we can use up to 16 GB. We can store up to 16 GB of memory. We can store up to 16 GB of memory. Okay. 16 GB of memory. We can store up to 16 GB of memory in your mobile phone. Suppose I have to store more, 16 GB or more 20 GB memory has to be stored, or more some 32 GB has to be stored now. So at that time, what will I be doing? As this particular memory called my internal, there is an internal built-in memory in my mobile phone. That is nothing but the mobile phone built-in memory. As it is not sufficient, I have to extend this. So for that, what I did, I bought an SD card. And now tell me, collaboratively, your mobile phone, can you see here? Collaboratively, your mobile phone memory and your SD card memory. Your mobile phone memory and SD card memory. Collaboratively, how much it is? Mobile memory is 16 GB. And your SD card, scan disk card memory is what's it? 32 GB. Now, what is the total amount of memory you can store in your computer, that is in your mobile phone? Can you tell me, guys?
48.
42? Sure.
48.
Yes. So I think it is 48. 6 plus 2, 8, no? 10, 48. So totally your 48 GB you can store in your mobile phone. Now other question, now the another question arises. What is the other question is, now guys, suppose everyone, suppose I have to store some 500 GB of memory more now, or some 500 GB of data is there right now. In this situation, what will you do?
By
Google
external
Drive.
hard disk.
That means you will not get again the hard disk. Yes, you will not get again the hard disk. See, I'm talking about mobile phone. I'm just talking about mobile phone. Just forget about everything. So in your mobile phone, can you Yes, guys, can you basically in your mobile phone, can you can you get a memory card of 500 GB?
No.
No.
No, we don't get it. So what will you do? Maximum we can get 32 GB of memory card, I think so, isn't it? So if such is the case, but I have to store in my mobile phone 500 GB. So what is the other alternative you can
Google
suggest?
Drive.
Ama?
Google Drive.
Yes, the another is nothing but Google Drive. So I'm just going and storing the data in the Google Drive. Now suppose what happened Google Drive. So in the Google Drive, the default memory provided is 15 GB by the Google, and whenever you want 500 GB data to be stored on your Google Drive, we have to buy the drive. Am I right, everyone? We have to buy the drive. So for that, how much will I be doing? I have to buy this drive. So I'll pay something and I bought it. And now I can store up to 500 GB memory. Am I right, guys? 500 GB memory. So now the question is that one fine day you lost your mobile phone. One fine day you lost your mobile phone. So when you lose your mobile phone, tell me now, what about the SD card memory? You have 48 GB memory available with you, whereas out of which 16 GB is the inbuilt memory and 32 GB is the SD card memory. So this 48 GB, what about this 48 GB and what about this 500 GB data? Totally, you have 548 GB of data available right now with you or in your mobile phone. Now, one fine day you lost it. Tell me now, can you recover? Can you recover? My question is that, can you recover, guys? Can you recover the 16 GB of memory?
No, we cannot.
No.
Can you recover this 32 GB of memory?
No.
Can you recover this 500 GB of memory?
Yes.
In fact, that means here, what you're doing, whenever you store the data in a Google Drive, if you lose your mobile phone, simply we buy a new handset and we log in your handset. We log in your handset just by using, we log in the handset by just using our email IDs. That is a previous email ID using which this Google account is created. And we enter the password. Once we enter the password, what happens? Synchronize option will be there. Automatically, whatever the data you have stored in the Google Drive, that means 500 GB of data which you have stored it can be retrieved back in a new handset with the help of the Google Drive. So now when you store the data in a Google Drive, the saving responsibility, the data safety, whose responsibility? Your data safety. Your data safety is the responsibility of what? Google. That means the security of your data is the responsibility of what? Google. So you need not worry about it. Am I right? Yes, guys. Am I right, everyone?
Yes.
So now, and the second one is what? You can retrieve it whenever you want. Yes, whenever you want, you can retrieve it without any problem, irrespective of the location. What about the 48 GB you have it in your internal mobile phone, that is in the previous mobile phone which you lost it? Can you recover it back? No. So whereas this is a very good example, guys. This is a very good example of what is that? This is the very good example. That means 48 GB which you already stored it in your previous mobile phone which you lost it. This is called as, what is that? This is called as on premises. This is called as what? On premises data. It is called as what, guys? On premises data. And whatever the data, we store it in the Google Drive. Everyone, whatever the data, we store it in a Google Drive. This is called as, what is that, guys? Tell me now. This kind of data or this type of storage is called as what? Cloud storage. It is called as what? Cloud storage. Cloud data. This is called as what? Cloud data. The data stored in the cloud. Now, guys, so most of us, many of us, almost all, every one of us nowadays, are we storing the data in a SD card? Are we storing the data anywhere? Are we storing the data in the SD card, guys? Tell me now.
No, we are not nowadays.
So most of us, we are not storing it in the SD card. Simply what we are doing. That means we are simply what we are doing. We have moved from the physical data to cloud data. Am I right, everyone? Yeah.
Yes.
Am I correct or not?
Yes.
So everyone now, we are not storing the data in the inbuilt memory. Directly we are storing the data in the Google Drive. Okay, or else we store the data in the iCloud when you use an iPhone. Am I right? Okay. So likewise, so slowly, we are habituated of clouds now. In the same way, guys, after this, the COVID, now, are we habituated of watching the movies by going to theaters? Yes.
No, mostly it has decreased.
No, mostly what we are doing, we are watching the movies, but we are
OTT.
watching in the watch.
OTT platform.
Very good. So we are watching in the OTT platforms. That means simply in your mobile phone, we download the OTT application, such as you have the Netflix is there, Amazon Prime is there. Simply we download it, and then once we download it, what we are doing? Once we download it, simply we are labeling it. That is simply we are taking the subscription, and that subscription will be what? Free or premium. If you want to watch a new movie, you have to pay and take the premium subscription and watch it. Am I right? So now slowly, what we are doing, our life is being moved from on-premises to cloud only. In the same way here, guys, in the same way, going to the theater and watching the movie is called as what? On-premises. Watching the movie on the OTT platform at your doorstep comfort is called as what? Cloud. So there it itself, we are moving it for entertainment purpose also. We have moved to the cloud. That is the cloud technology. In the same way, the whole globe is now migrating from cloud, that is from the on-premises to the cloud environment. On-premises to what is that? Cloud environment. On-premises to what is that? Cloud environment. Okay. Basically, for your understanding, what I can tell you is, guys, cloud is nothing but basically, cloud is the Google Drive. You have it. And now, on-premises is nothing but your mobile phone. That is physical, which you can see or which you can touch everything. Getting my point? Whereas, what about the Google? Where the Google stores the data? It's taking the data from you. It's providing you the storing. It provides you the 500 GB storage. But where does the Google stores the data? The Google stores the data. Guys, the Google stores the data. The Google stores the data in what is that? Data centers. They have some data centers. They have some what? Data centers. So now, guys, when it comes to the practical application, in the IT industry, almost all the business entities are moving from on-premises to cloud now. Almost all the that is nothing but companies are moving from on-premises to what is it? Cloud now. Now, guys, Google Drive is provided by whom?
Google.
Obviously by the Google. Google Drive is provided by the Google. Am I right? So we can say that the service provider is Google or not?
Yes.
So now we can say that here the following are the cloud, or the following are the providers who are called as a service providers available in the market, who are offering the Google Drive service. That is nothing but who is offering the cloud service. And whereas who are them? The first one is, what is that? We have the Azure. Okay, what is that? Azure. So Azure is from what? Azure is from the Microsoft. Azure is from what is that? Microsoft. Azure is from what is that? Microsoft. Azure is from the Microsoft. Azure is the first cloud provider. And then apart from this, we have another one that is called as what? AWS, which stands for what? Yes, AWS stands for what? Amazon.
Amazon.
Yes, Amazon Web Service. Amazon Web Service. Then the third one, what is that you have it?
GCP.
Yeah, we have the Google. Google is providing, or we can say GCP. That is nothing
Google
but
Cloud
Google
Platform.
Cloud Platform. Very good. So whereas the Google Cloud Platform is provided by what? Google. Whereas apart from this, we also have, yes, what is that? We have it SAP. SAP. That is SAP has come out with their own this thing. So we say it
HANA.
as what? Yes,
HANA.
yes, okay. And now, guys, apart from this, even we have what is that? Many more. That is Alibaba is there, from China based. This Alibaba. Whereas, can you see here? Many more cloud providers. But whereas, as we have many in the market, we have many in the market. Now, guys, we have many mobile phones in the market available. But who is called as the market leader in mobile phones?
Happy.
iPhone.
Right. Apple is the market leader. Am I right? Who is the
Yes.
second market leader even today?
Samsung.
Very good. That's the thing. In the same way, why? Because of some good features, because of some good, the software they are using, whatever it may be. So in the same way here, we have many cloud providers available in the market, but the market leaders are these three only. These three only. Okay. Whereas Amazon was number one before. Now it has come down. Now it has come down to almost all the second position, and almost all you can say it has come down even to the third position. Why? The Amazon is more costly. The job which you can do it here requires 100 rupees. Suppose I'm giving you the same service is provided by the Azure in 15 rupees. You know what? So Azure is a very you can say economical service. They are providing it very cheaper service comparatively with Amazon. So hence what happens is market leader, and now the number one product available in the market in cloud technology is what's it? Azure. That is from the Microsoft. Getting my point? That is from the Microsoft. And whereas the Azure or Amazon or Google or SAP or whatever it may be, you have it, guys. All of them they are providing the cloud service. And these cloud services they are providing into three categories. What is that? The first one is called as what? IaaS. Whereas the second one they are providing in the form of what? PaaS. And the third one they are providing in the form of what? SIAS. So what is IaaS, guys? IaaS stands for infrastructure.
As a service.
Yes, infrastructure. Infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. And now, guys, what do you mean by PaaS?
Platform as a service.
Platform as a service.
Yes, platform as a service. And then we have, what is that? Third one, SIAS. See, this stands for what?
Software as a service.
Yes, software. Yes, software as a service. That means, can you see here? They have provided their services in three different categories. In what is it? Three different categories. Suppose, for example, what is this infrastructure as a service? Let us try to understand this. What is an infrastructure as a service? When you talk about the infrastructure as a service, guys, suppose, okay, you have a very large amount of data to be processed, very massive amount of data. Does the Windows operating system supports for every data processing? So operating system, you know everyone. Yes, guys.
Yes.
So when you know that is operating system, can that Windows operating system supports for every amount of data or not? No. Whenever you have a very massive, large amount of data, Windows operating system is not supported most of the times. Am I right? So at that time, you need to change the operating system from Windows to you can say mainframes. Suppose mainframes. Mainframes is from what? IBM. Mainframes is from what is that, guys? IBM. So whereas whenever you want to change the operating system, this operating system and all this is provided in the form of a service called what? Infrastructure as a service. What is that? Infrastructure as a service. Sorry, platform as a service. It is provided in the form of what? Platform as a service. Suppose, guys, suppose you require to change an operating system. So right now I'm using the Windows operating system, and I am working into some banking industry. Banking industry is considered as what is that? An industry which provides a very massive amount of data. You can say the big data. So where the big data is not supported mostly onto the Windows operating system. So for that, we need to change the operating system from Windows to what is it? Mainframes or Unix or whatever we have it. Whereas you need not buy this again. Already you have a Windows operating system. You need not buy this again. Why? Simply you need to inform your cloud provider, that is called as Azure, to change your service, okay, of the operating system or of the platform from Windows to mainframes. So now licensing and everything will be taken care by Azure. You need not worry. Now the next one, suppose you require to store the data. Same as I told you here in the example, I have some 48 GB of data now, and now I wanted to extend it to what is that? 500 TIB, that means terabyte, or PIB, that is petabyte. Okay, 500 petabyte. Okay, 500 petabyte data I want to store it. Okay, 500 petabyte data I want to store it. So now this much capacity you wanted to extend up to. So you will ask your, can you see here? You will ask your cloud provider called Azure to provide this much of storage onto the cloud. So it is the responsibility of the cloud provider to provide it for you. You need not worry. That's it. So now, guys, you need not worry about the license. You need not worry about the storage. Everything will be taken care by them. Simply what we need to do, we require a laptop and connectivity to the internet. That's it. We can start working on it. And then you have what is that? Software as a service. Software as a service, what it does? This is a service, guys, which is provided. This is a service which is provided in the form of what is it? Some you require some softwares. Suppose you require some softwares to go ahead or to work into your environment, such as, guys, such as, okay, now we have some applications, such as for, we can say, some applications. So whenever we require an application, what we do in your mobile phone, whenever you require an application, what we do, guys? Tell me now. Huh? Guys, tell me, when you require any kind of a new
Go to the
application.
PlayStation and download it.
Very good. That is nothing but we go to the Play Store when you use the Android as an operating system, or whenever you are using the that is the Apple phone, then we have what is that? That is nothing but Apple something is there, na? What is it? You have it?
Play Store.
Apple, yes, Apple Store. We'll go to what is it? Apple Store and download. So whereas this, we can say what is it? The set of all the applications we have it. So whenever you require some softwares or some applications to be installed on your PC, that comes under the software as a service. That comes under what is it, guys? Software as a service. That comes under what? Software as a service. So we just simply we need to inform our cloud provider to install this or to make it available for you. License everything with is the there's nothing but is the responsibility of Azure only. That is not our responsibility. Getting my point? Simply, do we need to pay the cost? Simply, we need to do what, guys? Pay the cost. Pay the cost. Cost is mandatory. So you have to pay the cost for that. And this billing will be done on what is it? Monthly basis or hourly basis, weekly basis, daily basis, based on your comfort. Based on your comfort. Okay. So that means you pay more, you get more services. You pay less, you will get the basic services. That's it. That's the only concept. Like we have in OTT platforms, everyone. We have an OTT platform. What we do, by default, some free web series are provided. some free movies are provided, some free television channels are provided. But if you want to see the premium one, the latest release, then we have to opt for a premium service by paying some cost. Am I right, everyone? Yes, guys, am I right or not?
Yes.
So this is
Yes,
the,
sir.
yeah, this is the concept why we moved from the, guys, why we moved from the why we are moving it from the on premises or to what is that, cloud. Now guys, this point is clear for me, but the next point here is what, okay, cloud is clear, everything is clear, but one more thing is not clear, that is called as what is this Azure data factory? We have not discussed this. And as we know that Azure Data Factory is nothing but it is what is that, a service provided by Microsoft. It is a service provided by Microsoft to perform the job of ETL, which stands for what? Extraction, transformation, and what is that? Loading, or extraction, loading, or transformation. So now, guys, let us see what exactly the ETL does. Okay, what exactly the extraction, transformation, and loading, with the help of an example. Let's copy this, guys. I'm coming here down. Now I'll explain you with a simple example. Okay, guys. Now, guys, extraction, transformation, and loading. So in this, let us take an example here. All of you, let us take an example here. I am having some supermarket data is here. Some supermarket data. And the supermarket authorities wanted to know this, what is that, net sales amount of net sales amount of, what is that, tell me now, 07 12 2022. Okay, net sales amount of this day. And also they want the net sales amount of yesterday. What was the date yesterday, guys? Tell me now. It was 06 12 2022. Am I right, everyone? This is the data. So now, guys, let us see the data. The data is like this. Okay, you have the product ID. PID stands for product ID. And then we have what's it, product rate is there. Then you have what's it, product ID, product rate, and product quantity sold. Product quantity sold, product ID, product rate, product quantity sold, and then afterwards, product ID, product rate, product quantity sold, and then we have what is that? Guys, date of sales. DOS stands for what? Date of sales. Okay, let us see what other things you have it. Product ID is something like this, 122. Product rate is 100 rupees. Guys, product quantity sold is 10. And the date of sale, what's the date of sale? You have it 0, okay, na, so use what's it, 07, yeah, 12 2022. This is the first line, you have it. And the second line data is like this. Product is 123, product ID, and product rate is 200. All of you, quantity sold is a 10. Everyone, the date of sales is what? 07 comma 12 comma, that is nothing but 2022. And then we have the next one, 1 2 4. All of you, okay, what's that we have it? Yes, what is it we have it? 1 2 4. And this 1 2 4, guys, yeah, this 1 2 4. Sorry, guys. So now, sorry, I got a call. So now, again, here we have what's it? 1 2 4 is the product ID, and the rate of the product is, let us say, 300. And then we have, sorry, quantity sold is 10 pieces. And now, guys, here you have what is it? 07 12 2022. Am I right, everyone? This is the thing we have it. Now, guys, again, I have, this is the data. Everyone, just have a look here. This is the data which we have collected it. This we have the data which we have collected or which you got it from the 12th day, that is the 7th day of December 2022. Now guys, let us do one thing now. I have the another, can you see here? I have the another day's data, that is nothing but even the 6th day data. So how it is same, just let us change it here, the date. Can you see here? This is the data we have it. Okay. So what is that? This is the data. That means, can you see here? We have the data like this. So this is actually, we can consider here this as a source. Am I right, everyone? This is called as what? Source. Basically, make sure for the process of ETL, that is extraction, transformation, and loading, we require two things. What is the two things we required? Can you tell me, guys, what are the two things we required? The first one is the source, and the second one, which is very important, that is called as a target. That is called as what, guys? Huh? Am I right? Yes, guys, source and the target. Between the source and the target, guys, we apply the process of ETL, which stands for what? Extraction, transformation, and loading. So anyways, you know this, what is extraction, what is transformation, and what is a loading. Guys, am I right? What is extraction, what is transformation, and what is the loading? We know it. Now, guys, let us start the process of ETL. How does it works? So now, guys, extraction. So tell me now, what do you mean by extraction? Extraction is a process of pull in the required data. Pull in the required data. ET, that is nothing but extraction is the process of pull in the required data. So now, guys, pull in the required data. Okay, so now, guys, tell me, so to find out the net sales amount of 7th day of December 2022, do you require the product ID? Everyone?
No.
No, we don't require the product ID. We can ignore it. Do we require the product rate?
Yes.
In fact, without the rate, how can you find out? So I'm saying here, I'm just pulling in here product rate. Now tell me, do you require the product quantity sold?
No.
Yes, guys. Do we
No.
require the product quantity sold or not? Of course, we require it. Product quantity sold. The QTY sold. Now tell me, do you require a date of sales or not? Yes, guys. Do you require the date of sales or not?
No.
In fact, we require DOS. Date of sale. Without date of sale, how can you find out? So now, guys, this are the three columns. That means out of all these four, all available data, you will sorry, some network issue, got disconnected. Okay, I'm audible now, guys.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. So now, okay. So just a minute. Now it's fine. Okay, just a minute. Actually, they have to. I'm not the host. 1 minute, 1 minute. I'm not the host. Just a minute. Okay, so just a minute. We were discussing this. 2 minutes. Give me 1 minute. Just a minute. Sorry. Okay, guys. Just a minute.
చిన్ని స్కూల్ కి వెళ్ళకపోతే వెళ్ళని చెప్పేసి
Okay, sorry guys. So it got disconnected because of. Okay, guys. So now, okay, everyone, just have a look, ma. Okay, so now we were discussing about this. So can you see here? The first one we were discussing about this extraction. Can you see here? The first part is extraction. So as out of all this, we require to pull in what's the product rate, product quantity sold, and DOS. There is a new date of sales is required in the process of extraction. Now, guys, the next process is the transformation. Can you tell me now, how does a transformation work? Transformation is actually the process of what? Data summarization. Transformation is the process of what? Data summarization. So here can you see 100 rupees is the rate, 10 is the quantity. That means 100 into 10 means what? 100 into 10 means what? What is the quantity, guys? Can you tell me? Can you tell me, guys, what is 100 into 10?
10,000.
Huh?
1,000.
Very good. So you can say 1,000. Okay. So now, guys, 100 into 10 is 1,000. So can I write it here directly as 1,000? So 1,000. So now, next one. 200 into 10 means what? 200 into 10, how much it is? 2000.
2000.
Am I right, guys, everyone? Very good. Now 300 into 10 means what?
3000.
3000. Now tell me, sum it. 1000 plus 2000 plus 3000. What is the total amount? Very good. So now we have total
6000, sorry.
6000 is the total amount. Now, guys, we can say like this: 6000 is the total amount. Now, date of sales. Can you see here? Date of sales is also required. So I'm adding one more column here. Can you see here? Date of sales. What's the date of sales? You have it. So date of sales is 7/12/2022. So just paste it here. Can you see? Can you see here? Just to see here. Now, can you see? You have find out the net sales amount of 7th day of December 2022, which is 6000 rupees. And what about the next one? Yes, tell me, what is the next day you have it? The next day is what is that? That is the previous day is what is that you have it? The previous day is the 6th day. Can you see here? We have the 6th day, also the same. So now can you see here? Out of this 6 lines data, you have extracted how many lines data here? Guys, 2 lines data, where this is the actual process of transformation. And once the transformation is done, finally what we do, guys? We load the data. We load the data into the target system, whatever we have. Okay, everyone. So now, guys, to perform this process of extraction, transformation, and loading, to perform this process of extraction, transformation, and loading between the clouds, okay, between the clouds, or we can say between the on-premise system, between the cloud and what is it? On-prem system, and to what is that? Cloud or on-prem? To what is that? Cloud. To what is that? Cloud or on-prem. We use what is that? We use the ADF as the service. We use what is that? We use what is it? ADF as a service. So guys, what is that? ADF as a service, we use it. That is called as what? Azure Data Factory, which you call it as what? Azure Data Factory, where Azure Data Factory is a service which is provided by the Microsoft. Okay, guys, that's it. And rest of this, when it comes to this, the usage of how exactly the ADF is used, how the things are mixed out in ADF, all these things we will see in the next session tomorrow. Okay, so guys, this is the thing we have it. So tomorrow we will start at sharp 6:30, everyone. As it was the first day, I just started at 6:40. So tomorrow we'll start at 6:30. Okay, guys, that's it about this thing. And now if you have any doubt, you can just go ahead and ask me. See, using of this particular thing and what are the topics are covered, you can just check the contents brochure. Contents brochure is there where you can get all the details. In fact, the duration of this particular course will be 60 hours, and the timings of the class, we will have it at that is the same timings. Okay, that is 6:30 a.m. Okay, or else maximum will start at 7 o'clock. We'll just decide the timings, 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and the regular classes will start from tomorrow morning. That's it. Now, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask me. Tell me now.
Sir, what is the prerequisites to learn this?
Basically, you don't require any prerequisites.
Okay, sir.
SQL we don't require.
SQL, obviously SQL is required, but even if you don't know the SQL, you can manage it. But obviously nowadays in IT, of course, SQL is you must and should know it.
Sir, 3 years experience, how much package can I get? If I have put a 3 years experience in Azure, how much package can I get?
See, you can put up the 3 years experience only, not more than that, because the 3 years prior to 2018 you can't even put it because you don't have that particular version of this. So you can just put maximum of 2.5 to 3 years only.
Okay.
Now I think around 4 years you can put it up. Maximum.
Job opportunities and
Obviously, cloud is the future. Cloud is the future now. Okay, cloud is the future now. Cloud is the future now. Obviously, the job market is very good. The job market is very good. Obviously. Please.
Sir, recession, does it impact on cloud markets? Recession, does it impact on cloud markets?
If recession comes or recession is there, obviously everything will affect us. To be honest with you, requirement is on the cloud, obviously. But if the market is down, nobody can help, even not me, not no one. We will be the part and parcel of the industry. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's it, guys, about this thing. And okay. So we'll start the class tomorrow morning. Okay.
Sir,
So, sir,
That's it, okay?
it is a regular batch or weekend batch?
No, this is a regular batch. There is no
So,
weekend batches.
7 a.m. is a good timing, I think.
Okay, we'll start anyways. Anyways, we'll start after the next Monday onwards. We will have it at 7 a.m. But right now we have to start
Okay,
from tomorrow
not an issue.
at 6:30. Okay, that's it.
hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you will have the class from Monday to Friday mostly. Yeah, tell me.
yeah. Is there this one is the it includes like data lake, data bricks,
Yes, yes, yes.
are these things, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's it, ma. Okay. Any other doubt you have it, you can ask me. Okay, guys, thank you everyone for attending, and we'll start up the classroom tomorrow onwards. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, tell me.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, let's see the ADF. So what is ADF? Okay, guys, so ADF stands for what? Azure data factory. Yes, everyone. So ADF stands for what? Azure data factory. Whereas the Azure data factory is nothing but it is a service. What is it? It is a service. Okay, guys, the Azure data factory is a service. So the Azure data factory is a service which is used to provide, okay, or which is provided basically by the Microsoft. What is that? Azure data factory is a service which is provided by the Microsoft. Azure data factory is a service which is provided by the Microsoft. Azure data factory is a service which is provided by the Microsoft to perform the job of ETL. Perform the job of ETL. Yes. So what is ETL? Basically, okay. So what is ETL? Basically, ETL stands for what, guys? ETL stands for extraction. ETL stands for extraction. Then we have what's a transformation. Transformation, and then we have what is that? Loading. Extraction, transformation, and loading. Where extraction, transformation, and loading, it is used to perform. Yes, guys, it is used to perform extraction, transformation, and loading. It is used to perform the data
Summarization.
yes, summarization. It is used to perform the data summarization. Okay, so now, okay, so now for this process of ETL, we require two things. What is that? Source, and the next one we require it as what? Target. Source, and we require it is what? Target. And between the source, everyone, between the source and the target, we apply what is that? ETL. That is nothing but extraction, transformation, and loading. So between the source and the target, we apply what is that? Extraction, transformation, and loading. Okay, guys. So whereas here, can you see source? Actually, source means what? Can somebody tell me? What do you mean by source? Okay. Source is a starting point. Source is a starting point where actually we can find the information. So else we can say that source is nothing but, yes guys, source is nothing but what? Source is nothing but, source is a source of data. Source is nothing but what? Source is nothing but what? Source of data. So that means we can get the data from what? We can get the data from following. That is from the files. Yes, guys. We get the data from what is that? Files. We get the data from what? Files. So files in the sense, what are the files we can have it, guys? We can have the following files. What is that? Or else we can have the following files. What is that? CSV files. Okay. We can have what's that? CSV files. CSV files. Okay. Then we can have what is that? Comma delimited file, or else CSV it itself is called as what? Comma separated value files. Then you have what? Excel files. Everyone. So we have what's that? CSV files, Excel files. Okay.
Tab delimited files. Tab.
Yes, TSV files. We call it as what? TSV, which stands for tab separated value files. Okay, TSV files. And
XML file.
uh
XML
X,
file.
yes, XML file. It is extendable markup language, or we can,
JSON.
yes, we can also have what's a JSON files, and then we can have what is it? HTML files. Then you have what? Parquet files. Parquet files, and then you have what's that? ORC files, object row nar. Okay, object row column, object row column. Okay, then we have what is that? Optimized row column. Guys, ORC stands for optimized row column. So ORC file. Then we have
Dat file.
Avro file. Yeah, tell me what is it?
Dat file. Dat
Yes,
file.
yes. These are all the various type of files we can have, where you can find the data, where you can find the data. Okay, guys, everyone, these are the various files we can have where we can find the data, where we can find the data, or we can get the data here. Okay. Whereas apart from this, guys, everyone, apart from the files, what are the other source where we can, from where we get the data? We can get the data from what is that? Again, databases. Am I right? Databases. So what are the type of databases? So now, guys, can you tell me what is the very basic difference you have between the files and a database? You can consider that, this guys, you can consider that files or a database, that is Excel file or CSV files, is very similar. Both are very similar. But whenever you have very massive amount of data, very large amount of data is stored, and that is nothing but the files, Excel file or CSV file does not support. Hence, we can store the data into what is a database. And the second reason is that, whenever you want, okay, whenever you want, and the second reason is that whenever you want to store, okay, data with more security, whenever you want to store the data with more security, that much security is not provided in the CSV file or Excel file. Hence, we go for what? Database. And the third reason is that access. That means to get a particular data or a particular thing. That is, suppose I want salaries. I want the salaries. I want the list of employees. Guys, I want the list of employees whose salaries are, what is that? Whose salaries are less than 75,000. I want to get this list. This kind of retrieval is bit difficult in the Excel file or CSV files. Hence, we go for what? Database. So we go for what? Database, three reasons. One is a security reason. Second is in our store huge and bulky data. And the third reason is what? Retrieval reason. These are the three reasons why we use the database always. Okay. Why we use the database. So what are the databases you can have? So databases means what? You can have the database as tell me guys, Oracle database,
MySQL.
MySQL, okay, MySQL database.
PostgreSQL.
Yes, MySQL database.
DB2.
Yes, very good. Then we have what is that? Yes,
SQL server.
DB2. Yes, a
SQL
DB2.
Server.
Yes, SQL server.
Cosmos DB.
Very good. So now Cosmos DB. Okay, no problem. That
Mongo.
is okay. That is basically Cosmos DB is a cloud based. Okay, we can say that Cosmos DB.
MongoDB.
Yes, MongoDB, etc.
No, Snowflake.
Yes, Snowflake. All these are the databases we can have. So that means we can get the data from what? Even the databases. We can get the data from what? Even the databases. Okay, guys. We can get the data from what? Even the databases. That is Oracle, MySQL database, SQL. That is nothing but SQL Server, Cosmos DB, as you said, MongoDB, etc., etc. Apart from this, we can also get the data from what is it? Can tell me now, guys? Live streaming data. Am I right? Live streaming data. So, what do you mean by live streaming data, guys? Yes. What do you understand by live streaming data? Now, guys, you have it here. You have okay, stock market. Have you ever seen the stock market? How does it works? The values changes. The values changes on what is that? Every second or every minute it changes. Am I right or not? The session will be live. Whatever the things goes off, that will be live. Or if, for example, you can say live cricket match. Guys, we always see the live cricket match. No? What happens? Tell me now. The values, that means the score changes every that is every minute or every 5 minutes, every 2 minutes, the cricket match, that is the score changes. Likewise, very constantly live changing data here is nothing but the live streaming data. Okay, the data which streams live, that is called as what? Yes, live streaming data. So here you can have also get the data from what is that? Live streaming as a source. So anyways, many sources are there, but these are the three sources which we can majorly get it here. Okay, what should we can get the data from what? Yes, we can get the data from what? We can get the data from the files. We can get the data from the databases, and we can get the data from what is that? Live streaming data. Okay, guys, we can also get the data from what? From the live streaming.